Good morning, EHS. Today is Friday, February 21st. It's a great day to be a pioneer. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Baseball. Baseball tryouts start Monday, February 24th at Westwood Junior High. Seniors and juniors are from 3:45 until 5:45, and sophomores and freshmen are from 6 until 8. This is mandatory unless you are still in the winter sport. Attention all 9th, 10th, and 12th graders. You do not have school on Tuesday, February 25th. Only students that need to report to school on February 25th are juniors that are required to take the ACT and seniors that will be taking the Word Keys test for graduation. 11th and 12th graders that are required to report to the school, you have been notified of your testing room and the time that you test. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Oka in the main office. Attention Elyria softball players. Tryouts for the Elyria High softball program will begin on February 24th. All interested players need to have a physical and be eligible academically. Any questions, please see Coach Fennick or Coach Wallace. NHS. The NHS eligibility lists have been sent out to each teacher and team office. Juniors and seniors whose names appear on that list that are interested in pursuing NHS membership should plan on attending the meeting on February 26th. All additional information can be found at the bottom of the eligible candidates list. Students, say deuces to poor attendance. Remember that if you have no more than 2 unexcused absences and 2 unexcused tardies in your first period class in math or English, you will be eligible for cool stuff from the Pioneer Pro Shop and great food from Dairy Queen, Jimmy John's, Classic Cakes, and from McDonald's. Remember, don't be late and say deuces to poor attendance. Attention freshmen and new students. Link Crew is hosting a tailgate party just for you before the last basketball game of the season today. After school in the dining hall, we will have food, games, face painting, spirit signs, a raffle, and prizes. The party is free, but if you'd like to stay for the game, bring $2 for your ticket from us. Bring your ID or an invitation from your link leader to get in. Wear your Pioneer gear. It's senior night. Attention student council members. If you're planning on attending the OASC state conference, you must bring your registration form and payment to Ms. Biltz by Monday, February 24th, because the juniors will be taking the ACT on Tuesday, the 25th. If you have any questions or concerns, please see Ms. Biltz. Attention EHS. February is Black History Month. Each day we will highlight a prominent African American. Today we recognize Doris Miller. The U.S. Navy named earlier this month a future aircraft carrier, the USS Doris Miller, in honor of the African American World War II hero. The USS Doris Miller will be the first aircraft carrier named for its enlisted soldier or sailor, and the name first named in honor of an African American. Doris Miller will be the Gerald R. Ford class ship, which is the biggest aircraft carrier in the world. It is 1,106 feet long and 39 feet wide. It carries a crew of 2,600 sailors and 500 officers, and 75 aircraft. The Navy named the aircraft carrier in honor of Miller during the ceremony on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, for his fearless heroism during the Battle of Pearl Harbor in World War II. Miller grew up on a family farm in Waco, Texas. He joined the Navy as a mess attendant in 1931. It was during the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor that Miller, who was a Navy mess attendant aboard the USS West Virginia, became a hero. A mess attendant serves food to the officers. It was one of the few jobs open to blacks in the Navy at the time. When the attack occurred, Miller was below deck on battleship USS West Virginia, and he was ordered to the bridge to help the wounded. Through bullets, blood, shrapnel, and the screams of the wounded sailors, and over the bodies of the dead ones, Miller dragged wounded men to whatever safety there was. Miller carried the ship's mortally wounded captain to safety. He then loaded and fired an anti-aircraft machine gun at the incoming planes. Miller believes that he may have hit as many as 4 planes, but that was never confirmed. What he did was amazing. African Americans in the segregated military were not trained to operate guns. Miller, however, watched the white sailors fire the guns and did it easily. The abandoned ship order was sounded, but he stayed behind to save the lives of sailors screaming for help in the burning sea. Admiral Chester Nimitz, Sir, Fleet Admiral of the United States Navy, pinned the Navy Cross, the second highest decoration in the U.S. military on Miller during the ceremony on May 23, 1942, aboard the aircraft carrier the USS Enterprise in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Miller was later stationed on the USS Liscombe and an escort ship. The Liscombe was struck by a Japanese torpedo in Gilbert Islands, and the torpedo sank the ship on November 24, 1943. Miller's body was never recovered. On June 30, 1973, the Navy commissioned the USS Miller, a destroyer escort, in his honor. Remember, we're at Elyria High School, where we are achieving success and nothing less.